Hey everyone, Mark Brown here with 11 Aviation. I'm standing here in front of a Kodiak 100 Series 1. The better part of the last 11 years, I've gotten to fly, test fly, market, and sell the Kodiaks all over the world. After flying these airplanes in 56 countries and 7,500 hours to date, I decided to start my own company last year, specializing in single-engine turboprops. Today I'm going to talk about what makes a Kodiak Series 1 different from the other Kodiak 100s. So I'm here in front of a Kodiak 100 Series 1. What a lot of people don't realize is there's actually 4 variations of Kodiak 100s up to today in January of 2024. There's Legacy Kodiaks, Kodiak 100 Series 1s, 2s, and 3s. What I'm going to talk about today is what is a Kodiak 100 Series 1? A little history on the company. The company was founded in the early 2000s, and then the first aircraft delivered was in 2008. During those early years, the company was maturing, the product was maturing, and as changes were rolled into the product line, they were just rolled in as they were certified. And in around 2014, 2015, the company really wanted to delineate and differentiate the older model Kodiaks from the new ones. And so in 2015, at serial number 130, the Kodiak 100 Series 1 was debuted. So this is actually a 2015 Kodiak 100 Series 1. The biggest change that was rolled into the Kodiak Series 1 was the introduction and standard equipment of the Garmin Autopilot. So every Kodiak 100 from serial number 130 onward came standard equipped from the factory with the GFC 700 Autopilot. This autopilot was a game changer for this platform. The Kodiak 100 prior to the Garmin Autopilot came standard with the S-Tech 55X. The Garmin Autopilot introduced a lot of safety features, things like the level mode, ESP, underspeed protection, overspeed protection, and much more. In addition to the Garmin Autopilot, another feature that was rolled into the Series 1 was the introduction of USB ports. Sounds like a small thing, but in 2015, everybody started having things like iPads and other things that needed to be charged throughout the airplane. And so the Series 1 and onward came standard with 2 pilot USB ports and 4 passenger USB ports. Quite a few other changes were made, some environmental changes, interior changes, but the Kodiak 100 Series 1 was introduced at serial number 130 and was really the first major block change that the Kodiak 100 had in its history. So another big feature that was debuted around the Series 1 launch was the introduction and the debut of the original Kodiak 100 Summit interior. So here we are in a 2015 Kodiak 100 Series 1, and this has the full Summit interior in it. So the Summit interior is installed as an STC. The sidewalls, the headliner, and the floor is very similar to the 2 other interiors that were available at this year, called the Tundra and the Timberline. So a lot of people that might not know, the levels of a mountain correspond to the interiors in the Kodiak 100 during this year model of 2015. So we have the Tundra, which is sort of the lowest level, then the Timberline level, which is kind of mid-range, and then the Summit, which of course is the top of the mountain or the top line interior for the Kodiak 100s. The Summit interior was a game changer for this product line simply because they put a lot of effort into making it very nice, but also fitting in with the robust nature of the Kodiak 100. It wasn't supposed to be a business jet-like interior because this is not a business jet. It was supposed to be an executive interior that also had durability and could be used off-airport in an airplane like a Bush airplane like the Kodiak. So the Summit came with a few different options and variations. So the seats, as you can see, I'm in a club seating capacity. So the seats are quite nice. They recline, they have car-style seat belts, they have armrests and headrests. So they're quite a bit comfortable. They also move back and forth easy with this quick disconnect. You could also get the Summit interior with these optional sidewall tables. So they stow real nice in the sidewall, and when you want to use them, you just bring them out like this. And these are great for if you want to do work on a laptop or play cards with your kids or do something fun back here. The tables are on both sides, so both the co-pilot and pilot side. In addition to these tables, you could also get the Summit interior with these cabinets that sit behind the pilot seat and the first row of club seats. So now these were an option. You could get the Summit interior with or without these. This particular airplane has the full Summit, which means it has the seats, the tables, and the cabinets. These cabinets are quite nice. They're good storage. This space is generally a little bit of wasted space between the pilot seats and the first row of passenger seats. So these cabinets make nice use of this storage area. And they're quite nice. The build quality is quite good. So one of the major caveats with this Summit interior is in the original Summit interior for the Kodiak 100, you could only have the seats in this configuration. So you could take the seats in and out like you can in the other Kodiak interiors. However, these seats are directionally certified. In other words, the seat that I'm sitting in, which is facing to the tail of the airplane, has to always be facing this direction. I can't take this seat out and turn it the other direction. The reason for that is the Kodiak 100 had the seats are certified to a much higher G-rated load than most airplanes. Thus, these were only tested in this configuration. Same with the seats in row 2 and row 3 of the Summit interior. They're forward facing and they always have to stay forward facing. So that is one caveat that needs to be considered if you're thinking about getting a Kodiak 100 with the Summit interior. A few other things to be mindful of with the Summit interior in the Kodiak 100 is these seats are about 10 pounds heavier than the Tundra or the Timberline seats. Everything in airplanes, as we know, is a trade-off between payload and optional equipment. So the Kodiak 100 can carry a lot of weight, but it also can have a lot of weight in option. So when you have the full Summit interior like this, it's really quite nice, it's really quite comfortable, but you're also carrying around more weight of tables and cabinets in heavier seats. So it's definitely something to be mindful of when looking at what Kodiak is right for you.